Hello everyone, it's your favourite redhead here. If you're starting YouTube but you don't really want to be spending a fortune on a microphone, this is the one I recommend. And with a few important caveats. Over the years, I've personally seen many creators either overspend on really expensive microphone gear or buy something cheap and blame themselves if it sounds bad. This microphone sits exactly in the middle, and that's why it's worth talking about properly, so I'm going to run you through it, don't worry. I do tend to get asked a lot of questions all of the time, specifically about what microphone beginners should use. And what bugs me personally is that most of the advice online sits in two extremes. Either it's sponsored content, which always tell you that everything about that product is amazing, which I personally absolutely hate because it's never honest. Or it's either the other extreme where it's audio purists telling you that if you're not spending hundreds, you shouldn't bother. That's completely ridiculous. Do not listen to it. Neither of those are helpful when you are just trying to start a YouTube channel and you just want to sound clear enough for people to want to keep watching. I want to assure you that this video is purely for beginners who want clear and lovely audio without having to overthink it. So who's the Mono? Never mind. So who is the Maono microphone for? Well, it's for beginners, I like to think. If you're a beginner trying to start a YouTube channel, you're a filmmaker or a content creator, and you just want to record something at home, then this is perfect for you. If you're someone who is upgrading from your phone microphone or your laptop microphone, then this will feel like a big step up for you straight away. The personal bonus for me is that if you're someone that doesn't necessarily want to mess around with complicated setups, audio interference and endless settings, then this is brilliant because I'm a very sort of plug in and go kind of girl. I'm not someone that really excels in the sound aspect of the film entertainment creator industry. I'm more cameras and directing. So in terms of lighting setups and sound setups, that's not necessarily my sort of cup of tea. It's a bit too technical for me. So when I'm doing YouTube content, I like something as simple as possible. And this is the microphone that was great for me. And if you're someone that is very similar to me in that way, you just want to plug in and get on with it, then this will be the right one for you. However, I do need to tell you this bit straight away. If you're expecting podcast studio type of sound straight away, out of the box, this isn't that microphone, and at this price point no microphone really is. So if you want specific podcast sort of quality, I wouldn't recommend this. This is more beginners, budget friendly sort of avenue. It's good enough, but if you want super high standard crisp quality podcast sort of setup, then this isn't really that sort of microphone. You are probably better off going a little bit up the price range for something like that. So that little expectation check is very important. So why do I recommend it for beginners? So the reason why I recommend the Maono microphone or the Maono microphone, look, I don't know how to pronounce the word, okay? If someone wants to correct me in the comments, please feel free. I would love it because it's really bugging me what the pronunciation of it is. The reason I recommend it comes down to three things. First, the price. Oh my god, it is so budget friendly. I personally didn't want to spend any more than like 50 or 60 pounds on a microphone because, as I say, I'm not a sound person. I don't really want anything super complex, but at the same time I wanted something that was industry standard at the very least, beginner friendly, budget friendly, something that was good enough for a YouTube channel. It currently retails on Amazon for $59.99, so that is brilliant. You can't moan about that, can you? It's genuinely budget friendly, which really matters when you're starting out because you're already spending loads of money on cameras, lighting and software. This kind of thing can become a very expensive hobby or career choice, so it's really important to look into budget friendly things if you're just starting out, and then you can kind of work up the ladder more. Second reason, simplicity. Oh my god, it's so simple. It's just very plug and play, which I love. I love plug and play. I'm the ultimate plug and play girl. You don't need to be some super qualified, articulate sound person. You just plug and play. And the third, consistency. When used properly, it gives clean and clear audio that's more than good enough for YouTube videos, voiceovers, and talking head content, such as this. It gives clean and clear audio that's more than good enough for YouTube videos, voiceovers, and head talking content. Now, I've got to tell you, for beginners, that combination is rare because the problem is a lot of cheap mics out there online are very harsh or thin sort of sounding. This one doesn't, as long as you use it properly and sensibly. I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert with it yet. I'm still learning myself, but for what I wanted, it is absolutely perfect. Now, I do need to be honest about the downsides because this is where people usually get frustrated. This microphone will pick up room echo, which it might be already doing. If I haven't edited it properly, then you might be able to notice it. As I say, I'm still learning. It will pick up room echo if you're recording in a big space, which me personally, I'm not really recording in a big space. I'm recording in an average size room, but depending on what the microphone sensitivity base of this deems as big space, then the echo effect might be there. After having it for about a month, that's how long I've had it, I've noticed that if you sit too far away from it, your voice will sound thin. So I don't know if you can tell the difference there, but if I come closer, I sound a lot clearer and bassier, don't I? And the other thing is, it won't necessarily fix bad recording habits. You have to get better at editing with that and better with recording it at the time. And that will depend on your proximity with the microphone. So the closest you are, the louder your voice will sound. I don't know if you can tell from here, my voice does sound incredibly loud as I get very, very close. I don't know if I'm bursting your eardrums yet. But if you sort of sit at a very reasonable sort of proximity, then you're at the right sort of distance with the microphone to pick up your sound without catching echo from the big room that you're using. And the other thing is that, and I've actually struggled with this, and I'm actually quite a low talker in real life anyway, I'm quite a quiet spoken person, but when recording my videos and having this microphone, you tend to just naturally put on like your recording persona on, and you feel like you have to shout and project really loud. And honestly, you don't need to do that. You've got a microphone here that's catching you lovely. So just talk at your normal voice level. Just talk. I'm still struggling now because I feel like I have to project all the time because I know I'm recording a video, but you get used to it the more you do it. But yeah, just talk at your normal voice level, because if you're shouting like this, it's really, 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 really interfering with your audio setup. Now, as I'm explaining this, you probably think that this means the microphone is bad. It is not bad. It's a microphone that is telling you it's okay. It's okay to be yourself and talk at your normal level, but just don't sit too close to me or too far away. You've got to sit at a normal posture and just be yourself. Just talk at a normal level. And that's why I like it. It's a microphone that knows you for you, if that makes sense. That is a really weird way to put it. I always talk about things as if they're living creatures. You are my baby now, I love you. But on a serious note, all it means is the microphone does not break the laws of physics, which is pretty normal. Most negative reviews I've seen about this microphone come from really unrealistic expectation from content creators, or poor setup, not the microphone itself. The content creators that have done really negative reviews about this microphone, they've just done really poor research with it, and they've just simply chosen the wrong microphone for them, because every content creator is different. And as I say, if you're someone starting out, this is the one for you. But if you're a content YouTube creator that has been doing these sort of videos for a long amount of time and you want something that's podcast standard, then obviously this is not the microphone for you. Obviously you want to go a step up. And obviously if you've got more money to spend than £60 and you don't mind going a little bit higher price range, then again, obviously this one is not for you. Now, audio expectations for beginners. This is the part that beginners really, really need to hear. So stay with me on this one. Good audio is not just about buying a decent microphone. It's about how you use it, which is something I'm still trying to sort of work around as well. I'm learning myself so we can learn together. Now, a cheaper microphone doesn't necessarily mean it's not a microphone that's any good. A cheaper microphone used correctly will always be better than an expensive microphone that's being used badly. When the Maono microphone is set up properly, it sounds far better than anyone expects for this price point. However, when it's set up badly, people tend to blame the microphone instead of the setup that they've done. That is why I always recommend learning basic microphone placement and setup before buying the microphone gear. I have to say, for a YouTube beginner, this microphone makes a lot of sense. It pairs so well with simple cameras, phones, or basic film setup. I'm filming myself off my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is the most simple camera ever that you could possibly buy. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 does retail between £500 to £600 online, but it's really worth it. I do talk about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 more in another video, which I will link across here for you, and I'll put it at the end of this video. So if you want to watch that, go and check that out now. I go through all the things that are awesome about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. You do not need to redesign your whole workspace around this microphone. You don't. And you don't need to upgrade everything else just to use it. I have been using my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for a while now, and the Maono microphone just plugs directly into it. But I personally don't really feel comfortable always sitting holding it up to my lips like this when I'm talking. It's really weird. It just makes me feel weird and it's really uncomfortable. And also when I'm at my desk talking to you all, it just feels more natural to just have a boom mic set up. And it's great because it plugs directly into the camera that I already own. So I don't have to do any lip syncing afterwards in the editing. It's just all going through as I'm recording. I guess in a nutshell, it's the kind of microphone that grows with you for a while as you're developing as a content creator, which is great because you don't want to keep consistently changing the gear that you're using all the time because it's really expensive if you go along like that. It's just not necessary. You want to kind of get gear that sort of works with what you've already got. If you're happy with the camera you've already got, that is. You want to get a microphone that plugs into the really nice setup that you've got, so it's still working well for you. So is the Maono microphone the best budget microphone for YouTube beginners? Of course it is. If you want something that's affordable, simple to use, and capable of producing clean audio content, then this is for you. But I will stress, if you want something that's chasing studio level podcast type of sound and focusing focusing on making videos in that kind of content, it's not really for you. For most beginners, this microphone is more than enough to get started, and that's why I recommend it. So if this isn't enough to convince you to buy it, well, I don't know what is. Oh, and another thing, if you're someone that already owns this microphone and you don't really like how it sounds, you're getting a bit of hissy feedback from it, you're getting all these horrible background noises, don't worry, I've got you, stay with me. I've done a full setup video which tells you all about how to fix the bad audio on it. Thank you so much for watching this. I really hope you found it helpful, and if you're thinking about buying this microphone, then make sure to do lots of research. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I do also hope to prevent refunds for those who have bought it and they're not necessarily knowing how to work it and they don't know why they're getting bad audio. Don't worry, I've got you. I can help you to know how to get the best out of it. Thank you, like and subscribe. Bye!